College football news is coming at you again for an exciting 2023 college football season. And when you think of breaking news, highlights, and instant reactions and insight to upcoming games, you think of college football news. Road to 10,000 followers starts with you. Let's get into this, and right out of the gate, we're taking a bold take and a bold prediction here. Bet like the pros and bet alongside college football news, as we're taking our first bet behind the 6'2", 215-pound junior out of Dallas, Texas, Shedeur Sanders, and the Fighting Deion Sanders and Coach Prime. We put $50 plus 800 money line against the losers of the national championship game, the Fighting Horned Frogs. Once again, link down below. Bonuses for all, plus 800 Colorado money line over the Fighting Horned Frogs. Feeling good on opening weekend, and this is the second bet link down below. Colorado 6 or more wins plus $550 bet. This is a surefire, sure thing. Bet like the pros. Bet with college football news, link down below. Plus 500 Colorado 6 or more wins on college football news, as we're very high and very bullish on the Fighting Deion Sanders out there in Boulder in the Mile High atmosphere, with Shedeur Sanders, an experienced quarterback, a proven quarterback, a quarterback with a high football IQ, a quarterback with a strong arm. He can throw on the move. He's big. He's physical. He can run. He can stretch the field with his arm, as well as extending the play with his legs. And let's let the great Prime Time explain some more to you.
Accomplish as well. When you talk about Shedeur can play the darn game, man. Shedeur is smart as a whip. We got to take advantage of that. He's been very successful before he got here. We got to glean from some of the things that he did to make it to this point.
Coach Prime, college football news, sees the point you're making. And when we take a look at Shedeur Sanders, look at his pocket presence. He looks right, looks back up the middle, backs up, seeing the pressure coming in, even unbalanced. And on his back foot, throws a beautiful strike down the right sideline over the left shoulder of his receiver to make a beautiful catch.
But make sure he's comfortable with the offense. And the main thing, really, we just got to protect the kid. If we keep him upright, I can't wait till you see what he does, especially with the receivers. Plethora of receivers that we have that can straight out ball, and they can run like the wind.
Coach Prime, college football news, here's you, and we're excited to see him throw to those plethora, as you call them, of new receivers with speed that can take it to the house. As Shedeur Sanders has the physical stature, the football IQ, and the ability to read defenses at an NFL level, completing 70.6% of his passes for 3,732 yards and 40 touchdowns to only 6 interceptions in his sophomore season last year. Let's get into this game-by-game breakdown, as I think the Fighting Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes are going to go 8-4 this year, and they're going to get out of the gate and get out of the gate big on a plus 800 game that we did put money on. TCU, I think they're going to beat the Fighting Horned Frogs, the losers of the national championship game. Matt Rhule comes in to Boulder in game 2, and I think they're going to take out Nebraska. Then they have their rivalry game against Colorado State. I think they start off hot. They start off fast. They start off 3-0 behind one of the best starts in school history at quarterback for a newcomer in Shedeur Sanders. Then they go on the road and lose in a hard-fought game at Oregon. Even the great teams go up to Oregon and lose. As the great Lloyd Carr said, the field's slanted. You're always going uphill there, and that's why it's hard to win. And then they continue going uphill as they have to go into LA to take on the USC Trojans and the defending Heisman Trophy winner. And I think they take back-to-back losses before rebounding at Arizona State and home versus Stanford. They go to UCLA, back to Los Angeles, and lose. Play Oregon State at home. I think they win against a good Oregon State team. Following up the win against Oregon State, I think they continue the home winning streak, and they beat Arizona at home, and then they go out to Washington State and they beat Washington State, followed by a final game against Utah, where I think they take a loss at Utah. It's always hard to go up to the Fighting Utes, out into the land of the Mormons, into the Valley of Death,